I get up early with the rooster's cry, pull on my boots and kiss my wife goodbye, head to the mill with my lunch in hand. I do my job like a loyal man. I don't like unions or government checks. I trust my preacher and I cash my specs. But I sold Jim at the barber shop, saying things that made the whole room stop. Damn you, communist Jim, with your rolled up sleeves and your jawline grim. He said, no man should starve while the boss gets fat. And I said, that's true, imagine that. Then I bought him a coffee and I nodded to him. Damn you, communist Jim. He said the banker don't break a sweat while we work our backs till we drown in debt. Said a man should own the work he makes, and I near stood up to give him shakes. He don't curse God and he don't smoke, but he says the rich are in on a joke. He said we built this town with calloused hands, and clapped so loud they changed the band. Damn you, communist Jim, with your quiet tone and your discipline. He said the railroads ought to serve the crowd, and I said, by God, you said that proud. I saluted the flag and tipped my brim. Damn you, communist Jim. He helped me fix my fence for free, said neighbors ought to live equally. He said your wife should have a vote and a wage, and I near cried right off the stage. He said war makes rich men richer still, and I hollered now that right there is real. He said they fear you more when you're wise, and I carved that quote in my turkey pies. Damn you, communist Jim, with your facts and your country hymn. He said healthcare's not just for the rich, and I said hallelujah, ain't that a switch? I don't trust commies, but I sure like him. Damn you, communist Jim.
from stars above. They cursed his brother's rebel love. Enkidu fell by God's betrayed, and in the dust his soul was flayed. Gilgamesh tore the heavens down. He cast his scepter, burned his crown. No wall could stand, no wine could numb the rod of grief that left him dumb. Through wastelands wide and blazing dark, he sought the gods that made their mark. Utnapishtim, the floodborn host, held secrets past the edge of dust. He crossed the sea of shadow light to steal the code that mocks at night. But serpents took what stars deny and left him screaming at the sky. He walked through dust, he screamed in stone. He found the gods but died alone. No circuit spark, no cure was found. Just myths and ruins underground. We bleed the same, we break like clay. No alien truth will let us stay. He wandered back to Urik's bones, a city dead with golden thrones. But on its walls he carved his cry, a warning song to those who try. I lived, he wrote, and sought the spark, but immortality is dark. He turned to dust with none to weep, while Anunnaki dreams still sleep.
Will's Petting Zoo just raided with 7 viewers.
No one escapes the flesh they stole, not even kings with alien soul. Your gods are gone, your breath is thin. This tale repeats, we die again. The stars may burn, the tablets sing, but dust still swallows the star-born king. He said, run, son, don't trust red neon. Then coughed and bled on the concrete lawn. Curtains drawn with duct tape pried. The room was dead, but the walls still lied. He told me secrets in a lucky haze about motel gods and the end of days. Said if the room's too quiet,
The room was half past dead, but I see roses raining red. I see a dame in a velvet hat, tossing love like an acrobat. You say they're booing, I say they're shy. They're crying tears, just ask my tie. And though the waiter just unplugged the mic, I'm killing it, baby, just like I like. Can't hear you over the applause in my head. The crowd's going wild, though they all fled. They're screaming my name in a silent roar and begging me back for 40 more. That tomato you threw was love in disguise, and the bouncer who winced had tears in his eyes. You call it a flop, I call it art. You call it delusion, I call it heart. You think I'm done, oh, not quite yet. This encore's soaked in my finest sweat. So cue the lights, drop the gin. Let's do the big one once again. Can't hear you over the applause in my head. Though the piano's gone and the drummer's dead, the ghost of fame still tugs my sleeve, and I ain't leaving, you'll have to believe. So one last bow with a phantom grin to the roaring crowd that lives within.
In Monday, comb in my grip. Boss said get moving, I said get hip. I got a ducktail twist and a rebel curl. I ain't mopping floors in a greased up world. Try to sling burgers, try digging the ditch, but my pompadour twitched and it started to itch. I leaned on the jukebox, let out a smirk, said sorry, chief, my hair's too cool to work. My hair's too cool to work, baby, don't you see? Takes pomade, pride, and geometry. It's a 4-inch tower of rock and roll flame. You can fire me now, but I'll rise to fame. It's got more lip than a Corvette fin. When I pass by, the girls all grin. I don't need a desk, don't need a wrench. Got a style so sharp it could bend a trench. They said cut it off, be a company man. I said touch this pump and I'll ban your clan. sleep. My hair's too cool to work, I was born to strut. With the curls so loud it'll kick your butt. I'll dance on the clock, I'll croon in the street, cause my job is to rock and my shift's on beat. Yeah, my hair's too cool. Too cool. Too cool to ever clock in, Daddy-o.
I was riding slow through the mesa shade. Me and old Dusty, my pal since the 4th grade. We'd seen bar fights, blizzards, and busted knees. Never nothing quite like what I seen. The sky turned bright like a kerosene flare, and the wind stopped cold in the desert air. Then a hum came down like a ghostly choir, and up he rose on a beam of fire. They took my horse, those little green men, snatched him clean from the canyon bend. He neighed one time as he floated away, and I ain't heard a whinny to this day. He kicked at the light with his 2 hind shoes, then vanished up in that saucer's blue. I dropped my jaw and I dropped my chew, and I hollered, Lord, what am I supposed to do? They took my horse, those little green men, left me crying on the range again. They didn't want gold, they didn't want me, they just wanted Dusty for their galaxy. Now I sit by the fire with my flask and my shame, and I call his name, but it ain't the same. I bought a new mare, she's fine I suppose, but she don't stomp right and her tail don't pose. They took my friend, my saddle sold, the last true thing this old world stole. Now I drink my beans and I curse the sky, and I wonder what makes a horse fly. They took my horse, those little green men, and I swear I'll never ride again, unless they bring him back with a thank you note, or I rope that ship with a lightning bolt.
sang in tongues, their shadows twitched, the teeth were young. Baptized in the
right in with a smile so wide, the jukebox swept and my brain just died. I said hello, she said I'm you, and took my name before I knew. She danced so close my pockets went, my driver's license and my rent. She whispered secrets I never said, and signed my checks while I saw red. She stole my heart and also my identity. She forged my soul with perfect clarity. She got in my shoes, my car, my friends, my voting rights, and my loose ends. But I still dream of her lips and crying, 'cause being her felt more like mine. She filed my taxes and kissed my mom. She joined my union and dropped the bomb. She said from now on you're number 2, and I nodded 'cause it felt true. I tried to report her, but she answered the phone, and I agreed with her. She stole my heart and all my security. She passed the test at the DMV. Now I watch from across the street as she wears my life so clean and neat. And I still swoon when she signs my name, 'cause loving her is my favorite shame. Sha-na-na-na-na-na-na. She's got my soul. She looks so good on every roll. She stole my heart, and that was just the start.
Mr. Maxwell strolls into the bar, his arm curved gently round the air, orders 2 drinks, pulls out her chair. We all pretend that she's sitting there. She wears dresses nobody sees, perfume floating on phantom breeze. He whispers sweetly to empty space, but his eyes light up like he's seeing her face. Mr. Maxwell's invisible wife. No one sees her, but she lights up his life. Maybe she's real or just in his head, but he dances with air and he's happily wed. At cocktail parties, folks always guess about her invisible cocktail dress. Does she laugh? Does she sigh? Does she pout? We can only wonder what that's about. They say she's too gorgeous for human sight, a dame so dazzling made of pure moonlight. Or maybe Maxwell lost his mind, but no finer woman he'll ever find. Every Sunday he's at the park, holding hands in daylight and after dark. The pigeons stare, the neighbors smile, the happiest pair in invisible style. Mr. Maxwell's invisible wife. He kisses the air, but she fills up his life. Whether she's real or a beautiful lie, we raise our glass to love. unseen by eye. Here's to Maxwell and the woman nobody knows, in a marriage you can't see, but everybody goes. Oh, how sweet that Maxwell and his invisible wife. Titan burned, a hero died. Fire roared, the stone gave way, and silence stole the light of day. We saw him fall beneath the flame, a noble heart, a hallowed name. The ashes cling, the echoes stay, a shadow carved in molten clay. The smoke may blind, the night may reign, but love still sings through bitter pain. Ashes of the mountain, ashes of the brave. We bear the loss, we guard the grave. Ashes of the mountain, carved in stone. Though one has fallen, we march alone. The giant fell, the price was dear. His voice still rings, we feel him near. His banner burns, but not his song. Through shattered earth, we march along. The flames may fade, the stone may scar, but still we know just who we are. Ashes of the mountain, ashes of the brave. We bear the loss, we guard the grave. Ashes of the mountain, carved in stone. Though one has fallen, we march Oh, fallen brother, oh, burning sky, your name eternal, you did not die. Ashes of the mountain, ashes of the brave. Your fire guides, your love still saves. Ashes of the mountain, carved in stone. Though one has fallen, we march alone. 'Cause we bear the loss, we guard the grave. Ashes of the mountain, carved in stone. Though one has fallen, we march alone. Ashes of the mountain, carved in stone. Though one has fallen, we march alone. 'Cause we bear the loss, we guard the grave. Ashes of the mountain, carved in stone. Though one has fallen, we march alone. 'Cause we bear the loss, we guard the grave. Ashes of the mountain, carved in stone. Though one has fallen, we march alone. 'Cause we bear the loss, we guard the grave. Ashes of the mountain, carved in stone. Though one has fallen, we march alone. 'Cause we bear the loss, we guard the grave. Ashes of the mountain, carved in stone. Though one has fallen, we march alone. 'Cause we bear the loss, we guard the grave. Ashes of the mountain, carved in stone. Though one has fallen, we march alone. 'Cause we bear the loss, we guard the grave. Ashes of the mountain, carved in stone. Though one has fallen, we march alone. 'Cause we bear the loss, we guard the grave. Ashes of the mountain, carved in stone. Though one has fallen, we march alone. '
home.
Times have changed. Folks are acting just a little deranged. Once you'd blush to show a stocking's knee. Now they're bathing in the embassy. All the rules have flown away like crows and nobody knows. Manners fade. All the Sunday schools have been mislaid. Used to dance in pairs, now it's a pile. And they're puffing things that grow wild. If your morals snap like dominoes, well, nobody knows. The baker's gone to live in a cave. The banker's wife unusually brave. The mayor's up at night eating sand. And the preacher's got a jazz quartet band. Yes, sir, it's a mess, but we just smile and say, sure. Though the trains all leave with no one there, and the milkman's whispering to thin air. When the butler starts to lick the crows, nobody knows. I said today I'd play it straight, put on socks and shut the gate. I trimmed my hedge and fed the cat, then tipped my hat to a singing rat. I baked a pie, I sewed a hem, then asked the sink if I was them. I ironed clothes and drank my tea and married a chair at 3:30. So much for trying to stay composed. Nobody knows. Now Grandpa sleeps with a bugle hat and swears the moon turned into a bat. The chandelier demands a raise, and the teacups mutter hymns of praise. The grocer speaks in backward verse. The butchers learn to breathe in bursts. The senator just eats dry rice, and my reflection blinked twice. We've got weather systems in the linen drawers, and whispers leaking out through the floors. The mailman's got 3 heads in rows. Nobody knows. Yes, folks may say it's just a phase or a hoax, but the bread sings jazz and the lamp just moans, and the wallpaper won't leave me alone. If your goldfish quotes Voltaire in prose, nobody knows.
Drifted past the mirror field where thoughts dissolve but never yield. A whisper cracked the psychic shell and drew us to the echo well. No words were spoken, just the pull of something vast and soundless, full of weightless grief we couldn't name. Shimmered every time we came. We dropped our voice into the well and heard your sorrow in the swell. A song composed of feelings trace, reflected through 1,000 faces.
I had 37 lovers from Cheyenne to Duluth. Some were sweet, some were mean, some were missing a tooth. They came and went like tumbleweeds and left me feeling blue. But the only one who never left was a goat named Blue. Blue don't talk, but Blue don't lie. Blue don't cheat and Blue don't cry. He just chews my letters and stares at the moon and bleats when I play Hank too soon. There was Clara in the canyon with a pistol in her bra. She took my boots and left me lost in Omaha. Then Tammy in Topeka gave my name to the law. But Lou just nodded and gnawed on a straw. I said, Lou, what's wrong with me? Why can't I keep a gal? He said, then ate my alimony mail. I've learned my lesson, now I see it true. A goat's love's honest and the rest just blue. Seven lovers and a goat named Blue. One broke my truck, but Lou pulled me through. When the women get wild and the rent comes due, I thank the stars for my goat named Lou.
The city burned, the night was torn. From ashes something new was born. The throne was dust, the choir gone, but still the fire carried on. I wear the ruin, I wear the scars, a broken crown of falling stars, crown of sparks upon my head. From all that's lost, from all that's dead, I'll rise in flames, I'll claim the dark, I'll wear the night, a crown of sparks. They laughed at kings whose reign was brief. Their scepters crumbled, crowns of grief. But glory grows
I'll rise in flame, I'll rule the dark, forever crown a crown of spark.
Handy and Annie, they're always in queue. They cook, they clean, they patch up too. With buzzsaw charm and lazy grace, they'll keep your home a perfect place. Trust Rocco, they never stray. They're practically people the Rocco way.
Well, I taught my goldfish to drive in a soda cup full of brine. He'd rev the wheel with his tiny fin and drift through the kitchen with a toothy grin. I made him a license with glitter and glue. He took his test and we passed it too. He'd honk with a bubble and swerve with grace. The first fish ever in the neighborhood race. I taught my goldfish to drive, and boy, that guppy was alive. He did donuts on the countertop till the blender screamed and the toaster popped. He wore a pair of plastic shades with goggles made from marmalade. He'd beep with pride, he'd spin and weave, made the cat so dizzy it had to leave. One day he drove too near the sink, he hit the gas. I didn't think. The bowl went crash, the water flew, and I screamed, stop, but he powered through. I taught my goldfish to drive, now he's the luckiest fish to survive. We fixed him up with a tiny cast and a helmet made from a peanut glass. Now he drives with a little more care and keeps his bowl off the Frigidaire. Still rooms around in a bubble of pride with a bandaged tail and a bowl that slides. I taught my goldfish to drive, now we go cruising every 5. Through the living room, under the chair, just me and a fish with electric flare. So if you hear honking late at night, don't call the cops, it's just him, all right. He's got more style than half this hive, 'cause I taught my goldfish to drive.
Disco haze, a mood ring soul with ultraviolet phase. color heartbeat overload. I watch the warm recede and fall. The rainbow blinked. Was that all? She screamed through the storm as the stars turned pale and bled her last breath in the birthing veil. The midwife swore the child ain't cried. Just blink once slow and open wide. The horse he fled, the crops went sour, the clock hands cracked at the midnight hour. The father drank, then took to blame, said, "Boy, you came with death for a name." Born under shallow stars, where heaven won't reach and hell leaves scars. Cain came grinning, slick with sin, no soul heard knock, but he walked in. He'd hum to himself in a foreign tongue, digging up beetles just for fun. They found the cat with twisted spine. Cain just smiled and said, "Ain't mine." Born under shallow stars, with blood-wet hands and backyard jaws, the Lord looked down and turned away. A child like that don't learn to pray. They say the devil don't mark his own, but the lightning struck where Cain had grown. His daddy's fist, the lash, the scars, still couldn't beat out shallow stars.
Walla-doobit, 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 walla-doobit. Well, she walks real slow with a cherry red purse, hair done high and a mouth that's worse. Every boy in town turns pale and mean when Tina hits the scene with her magazine. She's got a pistol snug in her nylon strap, a twitch in her hip and a temper to match. She laughs too loud, she drives too fast, and she once shot a jukebox clean in half. 10mm Tina don't make her mad. One little wink and it could go bad. She says she's just protecting her charm, but she nearly shot Bobby for touching her arm. She's packing heat in a floral dress. 10mm Tina girl's a high-strung mess.
marched toward the drawer. The cotton candy man hit the ground, and the carousel horse don't spin no more now.
I don't mean no harm, she said with a smile, but I got rights.
And the lowest mint, 10mm Tina, girls a powder print. Tina, Tina, put it down. You don't need a gun at the soda lounge. Tina, Tina, take a breath. You almost scared poor preacher Jeff.
The banks ignite, a molten tide devours the night. No bridge to cross, no shore to save. We sail the fire, we ride the grave. Chains of smoke rise from the waves, whispers echo from the graves. The oars are stone, the sky is flame, the river knows it calls our name. No turning back, the current roars. The iron song, the dragon shores.
but don't know when, no rush. The stars were kind but stayed afar, like memories sealed inside a jar. We spoke in pulses, cracked and thin, through walls of velvet oxygen. Your echo shimmered down the hall like frost that never learned to fall. The sky was kind but kept us caged. In scarlet quarantine we aged. You drifted soft through liquid glass, a ghost of futures we won't pass. Our shadows danced on sapphire walls, with time too slow and space too small. You hummed a song I couldn't name, it stitched the silence into flame. I dreamt the earth still turned for us. I watched your sleep dissolve to dust. This place was built to feel like grace, but love can't live in zero space. The sky was kind but kept us caged. In starlit quarantine we aged. We blurred like mist, we thin like steam, and lost the shape of what we mean. No doors, no keys, no great escape, just beauty drawn in endless shape. The galaxy forgot our names, but left us songs to haunt the frame.
He said, run, son, don't trust red neon. Then coughed and bled on the concrete lawn. Curtains drawn with duct tape pried. The room was dead, but the walls still lied. He told me secrets in a lucky haze about motel gods and the end of days. Said if the room's too quiet, check the floor, 'cause peace don't knock, it kicks the door. Motel curtain poetry, scrawled in ash and misery. Voices through the drywall thin, tell you where the hell begins.
Daddy, my baby don't eat much, she don't sleep.
Will perk you right back up. Slocum's Joe.
At the county fair, she cleared the floor. The cotton candy man hit the ground, and the carousel horse don't spin no more now. With a smile, but I got rights and the loaded profile.
Out vest and Union Page, he taught 'em hands one held in. My spiny muse, the world forgot me, but not you. You stand so proud in your thorny suit, a silent sage with desert roots. Maybe I'm cracked or maybe zen, but the cactus said hello again. The sheriff rode by, gave me a glance, just me and the sand in a cactus trance. But when he left, I swear I heard a cactus muttered, know your worth, hello again. Through dust and doubt, while the buzzards circle and compasses shout. If I go mad, well, let it show. I'd rather talk than die alone. So if you see me marching with desert kin, it's 'cause the cactus said hello.
That ain't no how. Get up off your knees. Wings like thunder and eyes like smoke. Teeth so long it could bite through oak. It flapped once and the force died, and I wet my jeans and I didn't lie. Run like hell, it's a bat squatch jack. Big old freak with the spinal rack. Half gorilla, half bat all doom. Smells like meat and hotel room. If you see them wings, don't try to chat. Run like hell and don't look back.
The sailor, he was handsome and tall, but his pantry was empty, no canned goods at all. He brought me a flower. I said, what's this for? If it ain't powdered eggs, then show yourself the door. I'll marry anyone with rations. Spam or sardines, I ain't picky on passions. A fella with crackers and coffee in tow can sweep me away like a G.I. Joe. I'll marry anyone with rations. Beans in a can and controlled portions. If love is a battlefield, then sugar's the prize. And I'll say I do for a crust and some pies. He don't need muscles, he don't need charm. If he's hoarding cheese, I'll take his arm. A man with meat is a man indeed. And if he's got lard, then I've got need. We don't want diamonds, we don't want pearls. Give us soup tokens, boys and girls. Romance is fine, but so is a stew. And ration stamps make a gal say, woo. I'll marry anyone with rations. Bonus points for a secret stashing. A kiss is sweet, but not like jam. So I'll take the man with the government hand. I'll marry anyone with rations. Don't need vows, just your canned provisions. They say love is blind, and maybe it's true. But I smell spaghetti, and that might be you. So bring me your tins and your coupons too. And baby, I'll ration my heart to you. He talked down at Melvin's Cafe. Said I'd be begging by the end of the day. Slick back hair and a wink so sly. Said, baby, I'm a rocket, just watch me fly. I told all the fellers I'd never be the same. That I'd be writing love songs with his name. But when the lights went low and the records played, well, let's just say I was in a maze. Oh, 5 minutes at best. Then he rolled on his side, snoring like thunder. No shame, no pride. I lay there wondering what all the fuss was for. He made a mighty promise, but not much more. Oh, honey, bless your heart and your Sunday best. But you gave me 5 minutes at best. He strutted round town like a movie star. Told Betty and Sue he was raising the bar. But the only thing he raised that night was the blanket when he said goodnight. He said, you better cancel your plans, baby.
So I did. He said, "This is